Everyone has a good story to tell, and you know it is a good story when the person leans in and says, "See, what had happened was," and then tells the story.
This podcast provides those opportunities to tell those types of stories in education. The stories will be from the good, the bad, and everything in between. We wanted to do this podcast to showcase stories in education and to give flowers to educators who deserve recognition for their excellence.
Our guests will feature parents, students, teachers, administrators, and just about anyone who is involved in education. These stories will inspire you, challenge you, and help you to reflect on your practice of education, whether it be from the inside of the classroom or outside.
If you have a good story to tell, we'd love to hear it. Email us at contact@andredowdy.org. We'd love to have you or your story on a future episode. See What Had Happened starts now.
Welcome to See What Had Happened, the podcast where we discuss things, all things in education, from the good, the bad, and everything in between. We are your co-hosts, Danielle and Andre. Now, of course, if you've been rocking with us from day one, we say welcome back. What's up, homies?
Hey.
And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. We are so elated you are here with us today. We're on all podcasting networks, and if you want to see the show versus listen, we're also on YouTube. Andre Doughty's the YouTube channel. Wherever you go to watch or listen, just please make sure you click that like button, that subscribe button, and then share it out. Yes. Today is going to be a fun episode because today is all about Q&A. Now, a few months ago, we asked our social media followers on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to throw some questions our way, and we would answer them. Well, here's that episode right here. And so I'll be doing like an interview style for Danielle, and I'm just going to ask her a lot of questions, and whatever answers are, we'll go from there. You ready, baby?
Ready, steady.
All right, here we go. First question. What was your favorite educational gift that someone's ever given to you?
Listen. I was blessed 2 years in a row with this gift.
Okay.
And I was like, Jesus. When I opened it up. It's usually around Christmas time. I received $100 cash.
Wow.
From a family. Well, I guess it was two families because it was back to back.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Wow.
Yes, I just.
That's dope.
I know.
That's thoughtful too.
Very thoughtful. And they always they wrote very heartfelt cards. Yes, but I was just taken aback. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Because during that holiday season, that money is normally really strapped. And, you're using that money taken towards whatever gifts or other things for that holiday season. For them to think about you. Yeah. That's dope.
Yes.
I'm sorry. First time I heard about it.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it. I spent it on you though. I spent it on you though.
All right, next question. If you could be famous, what area or what profession would you choose to be famous in?
I would love to be a famous HGTV star.
Say more.
Like I want, to renovate a house and tell the steps and show how it looked.
Like Egypt or
during
more
the
like
transformation? I like Egypt because she is multi-talented. Like she's a realtor.
Yeah.
She's a decorator.
Designer.
All the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd be more Egypt than who's the Joanne, Chip and Joanne?
Yeah.
So,
Egypt all the way.
So Joanne also has like her own home line now.
I wouldn't want my own home line.
Okay. Just HGTV.
Yeah. I want to decorate.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. All right, Egypt, pull up. Let's go. I know you watching this or you listen to our podcast. Anybody who know Egypt from HGTV, we want to talk to her.
Hey, girl, hey.
Let's go. All right, here's the next question. The president erases all of your school debt. He pushes that button, it's gone. Your first reaction is what?
Hey! I would probably scream. Yeah. That would be like a whoa. Talk about a weight being lifted.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
Let's go. Just push that button right there. Just like that.
Joe.
And shout out to all the people who've had their student loans forgiven already.
And if you have tips or tricks on how,
throw them our way. Throw them in the comment section. Let's go. Yeah. All right, next question. A parent gives you a scratch-off lottery ticket for Teacher Appreciation Day. You play it and win the maximum money of $1.6 million. Question number 1. Do you share it with the parent?
No. Do you know how many scratch-off lottery tickets I would get? They don't know. They don't even know who was the one that was the winner.
No, they give you this one. And that one that
but how
did
did they know? How did they know another parent didn't give me a scratch-off ticket?
Oh, that's a good point.
How did they know I didn't buy my own scratch-off ticket? I didn't share it. Running my money.
Yeah, immediately. Let me go ahead and get the big amount.
Yeah, lump sum. Yeah. Let's
go. Do you continue to work in the field of education when you get that 1.6?
I probably would. I would probably still work.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah. I think the work would still be the work, but you could do so much more with that work because now you're free from the debt burden and all the other burdens.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anybody want to give us some lottery tickets that's already won, guaranteed to win? Don't give it to Danielle because she ain't gonna
I'm not sharing.
I would share it. I'd give a little something.
Hey. This ain't about you.
That is true. Next one.
That's what I would do.
You discover Aladdin's lamp with the genie in it, and the genie grants you 3 wishes, but those wishes must be used for education. What are your 3 wishes?
Wow. Okay, I wish that the teacher's job was only to teach. None of that extra stuff. Okay? The second wish would be for teachers to make at least $100,000 a year starting pay.
So, teachers in New York and California with higher cost of living, they still $100,000, or
do they make $100,000 now?
Some of them are like at 86, but the cost of living is so high there that 86 really feels like 36.
Okay, depending on where you live. Well, I know here.
Yeah, the equivalent to whatever 100.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then my third wish would be for teachers to have a class capsize of no more than 20. Period.
20, that's it.
That's it.
Second one, $100,000 or the equivalent to it, depending where you live. And then the first one, flat out just straight teach.
Yep.
Not all the extra data wall stuff. Someone does that for you. None of the duties of recess and morning, afternoons, that's already done. None of the boring PDs. Just good just teach.
You can just teach the kids.
Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Next question. When was the last time you cried at school?
Never.
You've never cried at school?
Wait a minute.
You've never cried at school? Okay.
Maybe. Oh, I did cry at school once.
Okay.
But it was not in front of the students. Now, that's my rule. I don't cry in front of students. But I did cry. That was my first year. It was my first year because I got pulled into the principal's office because a student, I've shared this in a previous episode, but a student was like really tearing up my classroom. And when I called for an administrator to come to my classroom, like at that time we had 3, and one of the administrators, when this student was tearing up my room, I said, he's got to go. That was my reaction. So later on, I got called to the principal's office, and this particular administrator, I think she was just in her feelings. She was like, I was trying to tell her how to do her job. That's what she said to the head principal. And I was like, I'm not trying to tell you how to do my job. Do your job. I was saying that this kid is tearing up the classroom and he's hurting other students. So he needs to get out of my classroom. So, but she took it as I was trying to tell her how to do her job. And I was just like, and after she left, the head principal and I were, pretty close. And she was talking to me and I just started crying. I was like, I'm not trying to take over anybody. I was just like, really? But I couldn't, I didn't cry in front of the needy administrator. I just, but, breaking down a heart-to-heart with the head principal, I was just like, that wasn't trying to tell her to do the job. This kid is blah, 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 blah. So, we had a really good conversation and, we talked about it. But, yeah, I think that's the only time I've cried.
Has any teacher ever made you cry?
Mm-mm. Okay. No.
Cool. All right, next question. What would you say were the top 3 moments of your school last year?
Last year as in?
The one we just finished.
Oh, the one that with my new job?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Getting the job.
Mm-hmm. What made that a top moment?
Because it was something that I was praying for, hoping for, to be able to help other teachers. So I'd been wanting to do that, and then it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So
we covered that in a previous episode. Go check it out. Mm-hmm.
I also think being able to reach out and be just in a close proximity to our superintendent. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Like, being able to just say, hey, and not feel intimidated. Not saying that in my last district I was intimidated, but it was just a bigger district. Mm-hmm. And now this one is much smaller, and so everybody's like, Yeah. And you have access to.
Yeah, bigger the district, the less access.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have to go through all of the proper channels and get appropriate times to blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you just can't share your ideas because,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So having access to her and, like, she listens and she's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
you leave feeling like, wow, you know?
The soup actually listened to me.
Yeah.
I wonder how many other teachers or administrators or anybody in the district where you feel like the soup just actually listened to me and then just brush it off, but actually listen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see. I guess the third one would be ending my first year as an instructional coach.
Say more. Why is that a big moment?
It was just a big moment in that I'm like, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you know, with anything, there's always room to grow and improve. But I feel like I really made an impact. Even if it was a small impact, it was an impact because, I mean, there was a lot to learn. There was a lot to do. You know, lots of systemic things that needed to happen, and, you know, and be put in place. But I feel like overall, I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever feel like imposter syndrome where I don't deserve to be here? Or was it more like, oh, I've got this day one?
Oh, I would say no to both of those. I did a lot of, I feel like I deserve to be wherever I am. And I don't say that in a cocky way. I just, you know.
Your credentials, yeah.
Yeah. I deserve to be where I am. But it was a lot of learning, and I did, you know, a lot of research and listened to a lot of podcasts and, you know, joined a lot of groups, and I'm still learning. So, I mean, I knew that I could do the job, but there was just a lot of, you know, a lot to do and a lot to cover. So, I mean, I was up to the challenge, and I still am.
Yeah.
So here we go. Year 2, here we go.
Mm-hmm. What would you tell our listeners who perhaps do have that imposter syndrome and they're scared to take that jump, go after that promotion or go after that job? What encouragement would you give them?
If you know you want to do something, you have to take that leap. And that leap of faith and do what you feel in your heart is the right thing, or be where you need to be. I don't worry about what other people say or think. You know your worth. Go after it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think that's the most important part right there. You know your worth. Because your worth really does matter. Mm-hmm. There are so many of us, I'm saying us because I was a part of it, where my worth was at one place, but I was scared to take those leaps and those jumps to that worth. So I would take less and then be upset or frustrated because I didn't take that leap, and then miserable where I was.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Love those 3 moments. Awesome. Okay. Next question.
Okay.
What do you know now about school that you did not know about when we first got married?
Okay, so when we first got married, of course, you were the educator. I was not in education. I thought that you could get all your work done.
Facts. Facts.
Between, I don't remember the school hours back then, but I was like, wow, well, why is he staying late? And then why after he stays late, why is he bringing his work home?
Keep talking. I'm listening to this one. Let's go.
So yeah, I did not know that. Now I know that.
Say more.
I don't know what more you want me to say.
All the things. Y'all, when I tell us that we used to have some really heated conversations and verbal arguments because I would bring work home. Do you remember any of those?
Yeah.
Particularly that you'd like to share?
No. Is there one on your heart? One in your spirit?
I do remember beginning with the school year. So this is like year 2 of my. So I finished entry year. Everything went well. During my entry year, Danielle was finishing her senior year in college. So I had bought all the materials. I had purchased all the things. And then Danielle would come up to the school like that August and help me put the room together. But my room was almost already complete. So Danielle didn't get to see all of the things purchased and bought to set up the classroom. Now, year 2. We're in year 2. And we're teachers. We didn't make no money anyway. And I'm like, Danielle, I have to go to Lakeshore. I've got to go to a place called Mardell's, which is also like this Christian bookstore that has a lot of educational content. In addition, I need to go to Target, Walmart, Venture, Kmart, all of the places, Dollar General, all of the places to get these school supplies. And this beautiful woman right here next to me was like, why you got to get all that? And said it with some sass. The neck was moving, y'all. And I'm like, this is what the school needs. This is what, that's the school's responsibility. Do you remember this?
It's coming back to me, yes.
And we had a
I could have possibly said that.
huge argument. And I'm like, baby, without this, I don't have a bulletin board. No, you need to use the materials that are already there. What about the materials from last year? Baby, they were used last year. That's why every year we need, you need to make your own ABC signs, baby. I used the previous teacher's ABC signs. And
I think they get it, Andre, okay?
And those were outdated. I mean, we had
my goodness.
You remember the times that I brought home the crates, the milk crates full of work?
Did I just say that?
Yeah. What made it change?
What? See, what you're doing is gaslighting.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I said I get it. You asked the question, what do I now get in education?
What made it shift, though?
Because I became an educator and I experienced it. So what?
Okay.
What do you want?
I'm just asking.
Would you like an apology? Honey, I apologize for not understanding what you as an educator had to go through because it wasn't my lens then.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
I thank you for that.
Now, can I have that $200? I'm just playing.
How you playing? That office do need some new stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm all right.
All right. Next question. Okay, here's the next question. You've got to pick one school-appropriate movie to watch on repeat anytime you watch TV, anytime you are on your phone to watch a video, or anytime that you are at school and an assembly is played. Anytime that you are looking at a television or a device of TV, you can only watch this one student-appropriate movie.
I mean, it depends on the
Let's do one for elementary, one for middle, one for high school.
Okay. Well, I just had one for all of them.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Lean on Me.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Don't you?
You gonna let the little babies hear about smoking crack? The babies gonna see all those kids on the stage and get them out of here. Code red, code red.
Free Mr. Clark. Free Mr. I love
Fairies.
that movie. I love that movie. Okay. But I mean, you said it has to be age appropriate. I don't know.
Yeah. The TBS version. That's the
yeah.
You dirty man. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's the first one that came to mind, but I mean that's really not age appropriate for.
Yeah, I remember watching Lean on Me at school.
You watched Lean on Me at school?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
And that was middle school, high school though too. It wasn't. I don't think it was out in elementary. Elementary, we probably just watched all of the Bill Nyes and those edu science types of things. Okay.
Well, I don't know what to watch for elementary. I just know I love that movie.
Yeah.
If it was on my phone,
that would be that could be a watch that you could continue to watch.
Yeah.
And find something new and not get too tired of it.
Yeah.
I got respect for it.
Okay.
All right. Next one. All right, here we go. The next question. Your administrator gives you a free trip anywhere you want for professional development conferences. You know how some of those funds are left over and they're like, oh, here's a conference in Vegas or wherever for professional development, anywhere around the world. Where are you going?
Jamaica. Again. Yeah. Same resort.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, maybe I'd go to another. Maybe this time I'd go to Negril. I don't know, but it's going to be in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yes, and the PD has to be on the beach.
Say more. PD on the beach.
I just sit in my...
Where's the presentation going to be thrown to?
It's going to be a podcast such as this. I just put my ears in and,
listen to it on the beach while
I got one ear in and the others listen to the ocean. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have another right now.
Yeah,
Yes, differentiated learning.
Yes. Some differentiation on those drinks.
We need 20% accuracy with help from my teacher and my...
With guidance and support.
Yes. You like more alcohol in this beverage. Okay, next question. Do you ever see yourself retiring from education?
Yes, I do.
Do you have an age? What does that look like?
I don't have an age.
Okay.
But I do feel that when I become tired, I will probably just hang up my laces.
Mm-hmm. What does tired? Can you define tired? Because a lot of teachers are tired right now. Is it more like a fatigue tired? Is it more of a burden tired? What does tired look like?
Yes, all of the above. When I feel like I don't want to fight the good fight any longer, I will say that. That's when I know that it is time for me to say I'm finished.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm still in the fight.
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we're talking about that lotto.
Yes. That fight gonna come a little faster.
It may. It may. Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Last question. Can you name some of your teacher pet peeves? What are things that irks your nerves?
That teachers do?
Sure. Teachers, students, anything in education. What is a teacher pet peeve of yours?
Breaking the copier and not saying anything.
That is one of mine too.
You know you broke that copier.
You just gonna shut that door and pretend like it ain't there. Mm-hmm. You can keep moving.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So everybody else got
suffer. No, who broke that? Oh. Mm-hmm. What's another one?
Just go tell somebody so it can get fixed. A parental pet peeve that I had was parents not wanting to help their child at home. they thought, it's just everything I was supposed to do at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that grinded my gears. Higher ups that forget what it's like to be in the classroom. Yeah. They work my nerves.
I think they work everybody's nerves.
Yeah. Politicians who feel like they know how to do my job, but don't even bother to come and sit in my class for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't like those people either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them either. Oh, parents who pick their kids up late. I'm gonna come get your kid.
Oh, yes. And then they get there and they be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
No, sometimes I didn't say that.
I didn't know the school was out at 3:30. And I'm like, "Girl, it's 6:15."
Or they just pull up and just expect the kid. They don't have to get out the car or anything. They just expect it. No, you gonna get out. Come sign this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Any others?
I probably have more, but I can't think of them right now.
We believe when one wins, we all win. And we would love for you to help us win. How do you do that? Real simple. Follow us on any of the socials. Follow our podcast. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share it out to your people, to your friends, to others. We would also love to hear, what are some of your pet peeves? What are some of the answers to the questions that I asked Danielle? Please share those out as well. Anything that you can do to help us get this podcast known to other people where they can smile and laugh and giggle like we did today.
Hey, and as a teaser, I'll be asking Andre some questions on future episodes, so be sure and tune in.
Yeah, we really appreciate those who threw all these questions towards us, and we just kind of curated them on the list, and we really appreciate you all asking us. We had fun this episode.
Yes, we did.
We've reached yet another ending to the episode of See What Had Happened. Please make sure you connect with us on YouTube to watch any of the previous episodes or wherever your podcasts are located. We're right here. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to join us on the next episode of See What Had Happened.
Bye.
This podcast is a proud member of the Teach Better Podcast Network. Better today, better tomorrow, and the podcast to get you there. You can find out more at teachbetter.com/podcast.